The good news is you have a new opponent and you actually fight in catch weight. I thought, okay, who is my opponent? Gustavo Lopez. I search, of course, and I find the one fight. He's smiling. Boom! Knockout sound.
Step over right hook.
And then when Joe Rogan asked me again, and I just win. And then Joe Rogan asked me, and Aljo is there. Hey, are you gonna fight Aljo? I said, please don't ask me this question anymore.
You don't tolerate the disrespect. Like very publicly, a number of times, have jumped in the crowd, have smacked someone, pushed someone. Like
Mini Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
I like that. But
you sparred Kevin James, the actor, like by mistake or by accident.
Yeah, that was funny.
What happened? How'd that story go? Did you know who he was at first?
And I really go hard, I remember. You know? And, oh, he's a famous actor. I'm like, I don't know.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Verse Us with Eric Nixick. He is Eric Nixick. I am Randy Fainrich, and this is Verse Us. And today, we are joined by the man who has taken over the bantamweight division. He's on an 11-fight win streak, coming off a dominating win at the UFC Noche event at the Las Vegas Sphere. He is the current reigning, defending, undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, defending the belt January 18th at UFC 311. He is the machine, Merab Dvalishvili. Welcome to the show. The man.
That was pretty good. It was like a Bruce Buffer. That was a Bruce Buffer.
Thank you so much.
I don't have the voice for Bruce, you know?
Yeah, you need to do the spin.
The jump or the calisthenics.
I
before
finally get respect what I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Yes, of course, man. Of course. Thank you so much for doing this.
I appreciate it.
We were really looking forward to it when Eric told us you were coming on. But I want to start with the belt. I mean, coming off that fight against O'Malley, who is a guy that they were trying to push, has a lot of star power. What's life been like since winning the belt?
I mean, every fighter's dream is to become UFC champion, and that was my dream. But only fighter who I was calling all my UFC career, it was Sean O'Malley, and to fight Sean O'Malley and fight for the UFC belt and take his belt, and now I'm champion. Of course, it's been like big for sure. Like I'm a champion now. No one can take from me this. All my life I will be UFC champion. So life is so good. I was traveling. I was in my country. They gave me heroes welcome, and I was in couple countries, and I had so many plans. I was gonna go with Illia, like in New Year in Spain, celebrate together to Georgian champion in Spain. We was gonna take over, and then I was gonna go to Georgia one more time for my birthday, but I take this fight, and now I'm back to training camp again. And now, I mean, it's good, but I'm still the same hungry. Now now I have it.
Man, you were so patient in waiting for this opportunity, bro. Like, as a friend of yours and a guy that I've seen training since the COVID years when you started coming over to Extreme in 2020 or coming to Vegas.
Right.
Man, you really were patient. You took every fight that you had to take and waited your turn and your opportunity. And then, man, it couldn't happen to a better guy, right? You did it the right way. You did it without having to fight Aljo. You're a great teammate to everybody that you've ever trained with. And then when your opportunity came, bro, you went and out and did your thing. And, bro, proud of you, man.
I appreciate you, Eric. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Do you think that helped you, like what Eric was just saying, the route in which you took to the title, fighting, top guy after top guy, legend after legend? Do you think that helped? Because it honestly, from an outsider's perspective, it looked like the fight was pretty easy for you. I know not every fight is easy, but you made it look very, very easy.
Yeah.
Do you think your route to get to that belt helped you make the fight look easy?
Yes and no, because of course gives me more experience, but same time more fight you take, it's more risky to lose. Like that was my problem with Umar because he's not taking more fights, risky fights. You know, he was supposed to fight Song Dong and he canceled fight. Now he's fighting straight to the belt. You know, like you know, even Sean O'Malley beat Aljamain Sterling. That was crazy for me when I fought Sean O'Malley. How this guy beat Aljamain Sterling? But it's everyone has chance.
their
You
day,
know,
yeah.
more you fight, there is more chance that you're gonna
That's a good
lose.
point.
Yeah.
You know, so and then, I mean, after I beat Jose Aldo, you know, I was next contender, but you know, so they give me fight against Peter Yan. Peter Yan is fucking killer, you know. He's
Right.
yeah. So after I beat Peter, I thought I was supposed to fight for the belt, but when Omar, especially O'Malley was champion and Aljo moved up, but they make him fight Chito Vera, and I have to fight another top contender, Henry Cejudo. That was risk for me, and I put Henry, okay, and then finally they give me my shot. So.
Yeah. Do you think that for me, we all know who you were, but it was the Piotr Yan fight that I think that really put you on the map.
Yeah.
That maybe a lot of people weren't aware of your skill set, but when you beat a guy like Piotr Yan the way that you did, right? That was a 5-0 wash, bro. And that is no joke. I mean, when we had to deal with Piotr Yan for Aljo.
Yeah.
You know, I've trained with Piotr Yan. This dude is amazing. amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and for what you did in that fight, dude, that was a 5-0 wash.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, the Cejudo fight too. For me, like obviously, just watching from afar, I knew you were obviously very, very good. But I mean, Cejudo, two-time, you know, or two division champion, Olympic gold medalist. Like he's the real deal, and
Yeah.
that was pretty dominating as
Yeah,
well.
first I tried to be game technical with Henry Cejudo. First round, I tried to I had some combinations, some plans. Nothing was working. He actually, I dropped him and he flipped me and I was down. I'm like, anyways, and then I just do my style, my crazy style, and then I was able to break him. Yeah.
What was it like bringing the belt back home to Georgia? Like, what? Obviously, a hero's welcome, but like, just can you explain that to us?
So and then once the plane door opened and the even police officer, the airport workers, everybody like stare me, watching me, waiting for me. Usually go States or any other countries. Nobody, people who works there or people. Since I step out from the plane, everybody like waiting for me and then like trying to touch me, say good words, take pictures, and then of course like even from the beginning, police. Take me to outside and we go to the bus and somebody ride the horse and I forget what's they called when they have like trailer to the horse. He was waiting for me. He said
carriage.
He was begging me, please, you should. It's an old style and stuff like this, cool. And he said, please, you should jump. I said, and then the people don't let me go because it's not safe because people will jump. And then, but he was begging me. And then, so anyway, so I go to the bus and then all the ride until we have to go in city where people was waiting for me. The people were stopping cars, wowing from the buildings, and that was crazy. And I'm same guy, little guy, nothing changed.
Yeah, you're still the same person.
Yeah, and then I have this belt, but they give me so much love, and then when we go to the city, then so many people are standing outside waiting for me, and I'm like, wow, this is really happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's something big, like from US you go to there, you feel completely different world,
right?
And then because it's a big deal, a very big deal for a small country as Georgia to come to have a fighter in UFC and then win the UFC belt, and we know how big is this,
Yeah.
We have two champions now, Illia and Illia.
two champions, and you got Roman Dolidze, who's also ranked in two divisions, weight classes, So you guys are really doing your thing.
Yeah.
Roman coming now to training. To next fight is crazy.
Yep.
Strong.
Yeah. How often do you go back to Georgia? Was that the first time you had been back in a while, or?
No, usually. So right before I was in May 2023, I believe. Yeah, so I don't remember. Anyway, usually how I do, after my fight, I go. But last couple times, I go, just don't tell nobody, like, try to avoid all the, media. And because when I go, I cannot even see my family because so many people like jump on me and
Yeah.
everybody wanna some, everybody wanna interview you or see me or take a picture. It's good, but it's impossible to me training there. Live like
Right.
normal,
Right.
like because, like I said, and then so I was, but and then I was before in Georgia, but I had some business, some meetings, some to once family. Of course, I still enjoy. Even I try to hide there, but
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. But this time, of course, they know I was going.
Sure.
And, yes, and then I mean, God willing, I gotta win my next fight, and I gotta go again like crazy.
Yeah. Go celebrate your birthday back home,
Yeah,
right?
I mean birthday. Yeah, so my birthday is January 10. So how it is so now we have Christmas
Right.
here in US, and New Year, like I said, I was gonna go in Spain and enjoy with Illia, and then so January 7 we have a Georgian Christmas because we celebrate 14 days later, because we're using old calendar. So and then I was supposed to be in Georgia, and also January 10 is my birthday. And after this, I was just come back. But now no, it's okay. Who cares?
Yeah. What's up, guys? Thank you for watching the show. I appreciate all the comments, all the love, all the support. But if there's anything we can do better, if there's guests you want to see coming on, let us know. Put it in the comments. Tell us what we can do. Now back to the show. When did you make the move to America? What year?
2012. 2012. Yeah.
And then straight to Longos?
No, actually. So what happened was I was fighting in Georgia, like pro rules, pro show, but those fights for me, like my friends, we fought same times. My friends has those fights on official pro record, but I don't have. Somehow they don't put my fights in pro record. So and then after that, they give me one amateur fight in South Carolina, and that's why they give me 1 year visa, U.S. visa. And then so we changed 3 flights and straight to the weigh-ins, make weight, and we make weight, and like 5 hours later we fight, and so I win this belt, and I go straight back to the next morning. I go back to Georgia, and pretty much I see beautiful America, but just couple hours like South Carolina.
Yeah.
It was very nice people, everybody smiling,
Yeah.
everyone hands.
Southern hospitality.
Yeah, and then I'm like, but I was a little bit shocked, like I see beautiful houses, beautiful
Like landscaping.
yeah,
like
and then
trees
but nobody was in the street. I'm like, where is these people? Who's fixing this house? It's
Yeah.
like who's take care of it? Usually like everybody on the owners taking care of houses, and then I don't see nobody, like I was shocked like how these beautiful houses, nobody lives here. Nobody, you don't see nobody in the street in,
Right.
in, in
Right.
the house, Anyways, but so I don't see much in the US, but so I was in army that time. It was in my country there is 1 year mandatory. I was in army, and then it was 3 months left until I finished the contract, and I was free after. And then I decided to come US because US, like my of course goal was to hopefully one day I go to UFC, but then I know the US is MMA in US is the big, right? But 2012, social media wasn't this much like we have today. I don't know where was the good gym, or where was the good train, how to go UFC, where to fight, and I have a friend in New York, and I decided to go to him. Like he was living Long Island. But I go to him. He said, "Oh, I find a guy. He's training boxing, but he can training you in MMA, and he said he can help you to go UFC. That's all I need." I go to him, but I realized the guy was liar, you know.
Full of shit, huh?
Yeah,
He knew pressure points.
Yeah, oh man.
he has a like small fitness gym, like, and then no, not fitness, like he boxing gym, but he was training only like old ladies and kids
Oh, yeah.
to like
Oh, yeah.
fitness, like
Cardio
cardio
kickboxing.
training.
Yeah, cardio kickboxing.
Yes, I hit the bags, and I was going there 2 times a day. I hit the bag, but I'm like, what I'm doing here? Like I was training better in my country, right?
Right.
So and then he wasn't able to give me MMA fights, and I fought 4 times in amateur boxing and 2 times kickboxing. Thank God I win all of them, but that's where I broke my nose, I think, because it was so hard.
That was all when you were in New York?
New York, yes.
Okay.
And then I was so depressed. I was thinking to quit, go back to Georgia, or like just stay and I finally 6 months later I finally started working construction. I was fine, I was making $100 a day, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm okay. If sport doesn't work,
How was your English?
Yeah, at that time I don't speak English.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So and you learned just being in the States?
Yeah, I just learned
Nice.
English.
Did your friends speak English that you were with?
Yes, I came with two. So I came with one friend. He speaks English, but the guy who was living here in United, he speaks English, and yeah. So.
Wow.
And then
so,
you got hooked up with Longo and those guys while you were there?
Yeah, and then I was searching and look, but like even now I know how to search anything I
Sure.
want, right? But that time I don't even know to Google or
Yeah.
and especially I don't speak English. And 2012, imagine like it's
Yeah, we didn't have like maps. We
Yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
Yelp.
Right,
you know, like
right,
you're
right,
just,
right.
it's all word of mouth, bro.
Yeah.
And
Even-
if you only know one guy and he steered you the wrong way, who are you gonna ask?
Exactly. Yeah, you probably don't trust anybody
Right.
either. Yeah.
yeah, even like Instagram, Facebook, even Facebook today still not like
Yeah.
Right.
I
He
had
was only
Facebook,
5
but-
years old
Sure.
at that time.
yeah, this Instagram wasn't
Yeah.
like this, and then so I finally find the Longo. I think maybe almost 1 year later, and then I was finally happy and
Found a
settled down.
place. Wow.
Yeah, in MMA
That's
because
awesome,
I
bro.
find the real MMA fighters, and but problem was I was happy. I was feeling like I wasn't feeling anymore like. Yeah, I was feeling every time I go gym, I was feeling I was in a home, in a fam, I was an immigrant. Like I said, I don't speak English. I don't have friends here. It was very hard in New York, Long Island. Like you don't know nobody.
Right.
And every time somebody try conversation with me, and they realize I cannot speak English, they stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so in this gym, I was happy every time I go there, and then. Usually I was working day, going nighttime there training, and I had my first professional fight. I lost. Next one is New York. Not too many organizations. It was fighting in New Jersey.
It's like CFFC or something. A couple of those. Yeah.
Ringo Combat
Yeah.
and CFFC. Yeah. Since the CFFC don't let me fight there because I wasn't. I mean, when they asked me how much tickets you're gonna sell, I said maybe 10.
One.
Yeah, and then they said
It's
no,
my friend.
Yeah.
And then the cardio kickboxer.
Yeah.
They said no, and then Ringo Combat, thank God, like they, so. But first fight I lost, and then I win next one, and then CFFC. Oh, you wanna fight in 2 weeks? I said okay, yeah, sure, of course. I lost this fight too, and then I'm like, fuck this MMA.
So hold on. So two questions.
Yes.
So did you retire in that moment? Because I remember
Yeah.
Aljo, when we had him on, he said that you
exactly.
retired at one point.
Yes,
and
that
then
was the moment.
That
yeah.
was. What
that
year
was
was
the
that?
moment. 2000, end of 2014.
And you just like, I'm done with MMA.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm done MMA. And in Ringo Combat, I was booked for my next fight, but I had headaches and I wasn't happy, not motivated, and I tell them maybe first time ever cancel fight, and I said no, I want some time off, and I was thinking to, I'm gonna live normal, like normal people lives. I'm like, okay, I have a job. And
You're doing construction, right?
construction,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was thinking to get better in construction. Maybe one day I will become a contractor, and I even give people a job and make money. And work daytime, nighttime, go restaurants, go club, hang out with girls, maybe get married and then live like a normal.
Yeah.
And I was doing all this. Of course, it's hard to find a wife, especially in the United States. And I realized, no, I can't find a good wife, and I was going out, having fun, but I wasn't happy, I was missing something, I was missing competition. I came back because I missed, and I said, I don't care if I lost or if I, because at that time in my head I was thinking I'm not the best, because if I lost here in Ring of Combat, I was 1 and 2. How I'm gonna win UFC?
Right,
how I'm gonna go
right.
make it to UFC?
Right.
So, but I said, I missed this. I don't care win or lose. I'm gonna just keep fighting. Even in that time, they wasn't paying me in Ring of Combat. They wasn't paying nothing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe hopefully I can fix my immigration papers and then maybe fight in China, because my Georgian friends was fighting in China. They was making $1,000, $2,000, and maybe as long as they cover my flight, I could see China, go Russia. You know, I was thinking like this. I forget about UFC and Bellator or something like that. And but came back, win 6 straight. And then now it came to when I was champion of Combat. I was
knocked out Rafion.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Knocked out my boy.
Crazy.
That was the fight. Like you and Roth were like the guys that Dana White looking for a fight, right? Like that was the one.
I mean, like I'm sure you know too. Like he's beast, bro.
Yeah.
That guy is really killer. He was supposed to beat me, and he was supposed to go UFC. But at the same time, I knew that was my chance and that was my biggest
opportunity.
Yeah, biggest opportunity, and somehow I have to win.
Yeah.
But I was so
spinning back fist.
Yeah.
Where was that?
I know.
Yeah, usually when I was missing, I was coming back with this. But and because the European was salvo, I was thinking to. When he's fight like this, he has a little bit low.
Yeah, hands.
And then I was thinking maybe kick. When I kick, he blocked, and then I'm like, and then I did this spinning back fist, and then when I look him to, wow, he was out.
You're like, what did I do?
How cool though that both of you guys became champions.
I was gonna say, look at his career after that too. Like,
Roth became.
That's a great win.
It was the interim, but we beat Juan Archuleta, same side head kick, and then he beat Danny Sabatello.
Yeah.
Lost Apache, but he was a world champion as well in Bellator.
Right.
Doing his thing.
Even I was always rooting for him too. He's a good guy, good fighter,
great guy.
Fight.
Yeah.
Love that guy,
yes,
man.
for sure.
I want to go back real quick because I'm putting this timeline in my head. So 2012, you moved to New York.
Yeah.
You said you found Serra Longo about a year later.
Yeah, 2013.
So
summer.
were you there when Weidman beat Anderson?
Yes,
Because
actually,
that was 2013, right?
2013. Yeah. Actually, how everything happened is. So I was searching like to MMA gyms, and then we find like there is jiu-jitsu gym in New York City, Hanzo Gracie's gym, and then me and my friend, we go there 2 times, and so then when we go second time, we saw Chris Weidman was training in the cage with I forget the guy's name. And then we know Chris Weidman, and also we know Ray Longo because one Georgian fight the race student and Ring of Combat. And so we say hello, how are you, like that, and then so Ray say, where do you guys live? We say Long Island. Oh, I have a gym Long Island. Wow, then that was good. And then so so that's how we met Ray, and then of course I next day I go to Longo's gym training, and then and then like I think 1 month later or like this, the Chris Weidman come UFC champion that time. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but I was shocked. So Chris Weidman now UFC champion, he beat Anderson Silva, and then Ray comes back Monday, and then he's holding pets to like clients. I'm like, they just win the UFC belt. These Americans crazy. Like, why? I thought like they would be like cocky, in my country, the people like from Georgia come US champion, they never teach somebody or like they
Right.
never
Yeah.
be humble. Like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's I mean, a lot of times that's how coaches make their money.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yes,
you know what I
that's,
mean? Like
I
even
don't-
back then, what would Weidman gotten paid back
Yeah.
then?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not a
and
lot,
then-
right?
and
Let's
then
just say play devil's advocate. Let's say Ray got 10% of that.
Yeah.
Right. What maybe he made like 40,000.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
Off of a not the champion, the
Right.
challenger.
The challenger.
The challenger maybe made 400 grand back then.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Now you make your 40 G's. You gotta go back to work, and
Right.
you still got to hold pads for
Right.
the mom and pops. You
Yep.
know, that's what it's like.
You still have to pay taxes. And,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
especially in New York.
In
Oh,
New York,
God.
yeah,
Yeah,
huge, bro.
So that time I don't know. I thought. I mean, for me it was like something like life changing. Never have to go
Yeah.
work again.
Yeah.
You just live like a king. You
No,
know.
back to work on Monday now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like. That's what I was like shocked, like and
Yeah.
so Chris Weidman actually invest money to Longo's gym. They remodeling and then they fix the gym and so and then it was good for everybody. Like
Sure.
we was training nice and clean gym after.
Yeah. Was Chris the first Longo? No, because Sarah won.
Sarah was.
Sarah beat GSP, and then you had Weidman,
Then
Aljo, and then you.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
So what was kind of that period like then? So Weidman wins the belt. You finally get to Serra Longo. Like, how often are you fighting? Like, are you reinvigorated at this point to like pursue your career? How do those next few years go until the Dana White opportunity?
So, yeah. So like when Chris came champion, I started training there. But that time also like the training in our gym wasn't like we don't really have MMA training. So for jiu-jitsu we was going to Serra's gym, which is a different location. So usually I was going there every Tuesday. Only one day I was training jiu-jitsu, and every other day. So Monday Ray had a kickboxing class. Sometimes, usually one guy was holding pads and the second guy hit and then switch 15 minutes later. And so Tuesday go Serra, Wednesday same kickboxing class, Thursday sparring, Friday was like open and sometimes we wrestling or I run cardio or something, and Saturday also sparring. And then I was training nighttime, like daytime all the privates and like everybody come to hit the pegs or whatever. Like that's how. I mean, if somebody has a fight, of course they bring their train partners and maybe training some like different but. So and then I was keep doing this, but at least I was training with real fighters, and I was I was training, like I wasn't training boxing, hitting
Right.
bags, and like
Right, cardio kickboxing.
Yeah, you're working on MMA.
right, and then and then just I was every day just grinding, like just doing.
And how
my-
often were you fighting? Like, how
So
often do you have
like
bouts?
I tell you, so I fought in January 2014. Because I tell you, in Ringo Combat they have the 3 shows a year or 4 shows, I don't remember exactly. So and then when January, and then I was supposed to fight in May, but May my opponent pulled out, and then I wasn't able to fight until September. And then when I fought September, and then the CFFC reached me out and they gave me a fight in October, and that time I retired. I wasn't not like I stopped going even MMA train. I was still working out, running stuff like this. And then some Georgian moves in New York, and I was going to help them, like something like that. I was hanging out with more Georgians because especially, I wasn't happy, like just losing, and I wasn't motivated, and so and then 1 year and a half I take off, and I came back. So nothing 2015, and I fought 2016, I believe in April 1st, and then for April, I believe I fought in 2 months later, and then Ringo Combat, and next one, and I came champion, and then now it's looking for a fight. In 2017, June 1st, and I go to UFC. But you know what's crazy? So yeah, I you know that was big. I was so tired of the time. I was so tired of working construction because, like you know, sometimes you have an easy job, but sometimes your boss has heavy job like
Right.
demolition and
Yeah.
stuff like this and busy, and I was like so over to work this construction. And even MMA, I wasn't making money. I was actually spend money to fight because I need to take 1 week off from make weight, and if I was missing job and you go
Yeah, you're
come
losing
back.
out on
Yeah,
money.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're spending
100%.
money for your camps.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Paying everybody.
But I'm glad I did that because now I changed my
Yeah.
life.
yeah.
So, but yeah,
You invested in yourself.
right. And then so then I win this fight, and I went, congratulations, you are UFC, da da da. And I'm happy everything. When Monday comes and I don't go work, but like I don't have contract. I don't know when I'm fighting.
Right.
I wait 1 week, but I'm like when I'm going to UFC, I
Yeah.
don't even know. And then I start working again. And then so June 1st, and so June, July, September, October, November, December, like 6 months later, they give me finally fight. And
Who was the first fight in the UFC?
Wasn't it Ricky Simone?
no, before
No, that
the
was-
Frankie Science.
Oh yeah, Frankie. Yeah.
Science,
Yeah, he was kind of old the time, 36 years old, 3-3 UFC. He fought like his last fight, he lost against Uriah Faber decision.
Faber, yep.
And yeah, that time, like my fight, I was sick. I had some virus before, and I get tired. First time ever I get tired.
Really?
You had some what before?
Virus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get sick like
Yeah.
10 days before, and then I was stupid. I should cancel this fight, but like I don't know. I
Couldn't do it, huh? On
Yeah,
your
no.
debut.
But yeah, so it was been a long way. But hey, I always been same guy, hard worker.
Oh,
I,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
But now it's when I look now, it's now I'm here. It's so much easier to keep up good work
Yeah,
and like
mhm.
training high level and like stuff like this.
I had a corner against him during COVID.
Oh, yeah?
Gustavo Lopez got
Yeah.
and it was one of those like 3-day notice,
Ooh.
maybe less. Might have been less.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I remember like getting Gustavo's like, yeah, I got the call, and I'm like, all right, great, who? And they're like, Merab. I'm like, fuck. All right.
72 hours.
But like,
notice.
you know, Gustavo had that kind of style of like the cardio and the push the pace, you know, but
Yeah.
it's just different, especially when you're on that kind of short notice call, you
Yeah.
know, and you're making it in. But who were you supposed to fight?
So yeah, that's actually a good good story. So what happened was Aljo had fight that time against Corey Sanhagan.
Yep.
And so it was like Friday, and then so before the fight, right? And we was talking with his manager, and I tell him, hey, like I would love to fight. When COVID hit, I wanted to fight, you know, because like we know what situation was, like everything stopped, and then New York shut it down. I mean, of course, my country, Georgia, and all the states. And when we came to Vegas, gym was I think still open, but everything else was that time like June. I think that's where
We were open
Yeah.
because we snuck you guys in.
Yeah.
But we weren't open to the public.
yeah.
Just OSHA, relax.
Yeah. Calm down.
So and then I wanted to fight, and I asked him, hey, if anything, even like it was Friday, even I can fight tomorrow. They said no, let me ask Sean Shelby, and then he asked, okay, how about next Saturday? I said, oh yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Let's go.
cool.
And they said, okay, Ray Borg. Okay.
Ray Borg. That's
I was
right.
supposed to fight him, and I started
One of
training.
his 17 pullouts.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
think-
then
yeah.
he came Vegas. He was in Vegas, and in 2 days or 3 days before, I don't remember, he pulled out. I'm carrying weight, and they told me we have a bad news and good news. I said, what's the bad news? Your opponent pull out. I'm like, I'm carrying weight. I'm so tired. I'm like,
Couldn't even get angry.
yeah. So and then so they said, good news is you have a new opponent and you actually fighting catch weight. My opponent, okay. I'm like, okay.
Get out the sauna.
And like, who is my opponent? Gustavo Lopez. I search, of course, and I find the one fight. He's smiling. Boom! Knockout
the step over right hook.
Yeah, I'm like,
he
oh
killed the
my
dude.
God. I don't like that.
He hit this dude hard, bro. Yeah, Gustavo knocked the dude out bad.
And then when he fights, he smiles.
He's
like this.
He's the happiest dude in the world.
And then ESPN, like a couple hours later, ESPN posts one like clip on him. He's like same thing, smiling, and then boom, knock out another guy. I'm like, wow. I'm like, why I'm doing this? And then that's why I remember he was his corner, but I don't wanted to stand with him. You know, I always shoot. And then he was not able to keep up with me, because that's when I that time I think I figured out my style, because I was
you were grinding, bro. It was put on a pace.
Where's that cardio come from? Like, what is your, routine, I guess, in camp or outside of camp?
I always do my best. I always push myself training, but I don't do like now. I see the guys killing themselves like air bike or like something. I don't know. Like even they go, so striking conditioning, UFC PI. We have like if UFC, you have like pre-coaches, but of course, like. Very important training, after training or like some days, like in Georgia, I used to train like Wednesday and Saturday, like running, and then like some cardio training and stuff like this. But here in New York, Friday I said that it was slow, and usually I used to running and, and some other day, if I missed training, if I was injured, I was running and stuff like this. But I don't do like what I want to say. I don't do like a special like cardio training. I just do real training.
You know what you do? You wrestle and grapple a lot.
Yes, perhaps,
You do exactly what you fucking do in a fight.
Yes.
And you do it in repetition over and over and over again. I see him do it.
Yeah.
I see him go with Patchy. I see him go with some of the best guys in the world. And to your credit, bro, it's your mindset from what I see. He doesn't rest in bad positions. We call them pit stops. He'll get in a good position, find his place to rest when he's able to. But until then, it's a fucking cat and a dog just doing this the whole time. And then he's, okay, I'm in a good spot. Whew, breathe, take your time, rest. Like you do a very good job of your pit stops.
You're right, 100% right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Nice.
So, I guess then you just do a lot of like, when you do cardio that's not wrestling and grappling, is it just like road work, like sprints or long distance running?
Yeah, so today Sunday, so with some friends, so we're going to mountains, we're gonna run, but all week I will just do real training, like wrestling and grappling and sparring. That's what I'm gonna do, because
there's a reason they call you Mini Sean Strickland, but it's because how hard you guys train.
It's exactly that's the only reason why.
That was good compliment, actually. You know what happened usually, like these journalists, they ask, how about Merab not fighting Aljo? And then of course they're nice piece and okay, fuck him, And then that time was like last time they asked, Merab make you mad, the press conference he was going on and too much, and then thank God then I say, what mad? He said, actually he said actually January 18 I was supposed to go somewhere else. I was not supposed to be there, but now I cancel to go somewhere else and I will be there. That's what mad I was. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. He got my back. And
people just want drama. They don't appreciate like the relationships. They want to see that torn down. They just love drama for whatever fucking reason. And like, I'm an outsider looking in. I coached Aljo. I never coached Merab. I don't even know if I ever held pads from Merab. But he's always felt like a teammate. He's always felt like a guy that's been a part of that journey. Seeing that relationship that Merab and Aljo had, those two always were lifting each other up constantly. There wasn't a practice that he wasn't at, or vice versa. Aljo will be in the middle of his own camp, his own fight. I remember when Aljo was fighting Cejudo himself. He was there with you for was it the Jan fight, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But like, just made sure that they're to see the relationship that they both have had. They've both gotten belts. They've both rose to the top. But I think that should be applauded more than the fact of like, oh, let's make these guys fight.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
What was the conversation like with you and Aljo when all that was going on? Because obviously you guys have had to have talked about it.
So actually, that's the crazy thing. We never talk about this, you know. So me as a, like you said, thank you, Eric. You know, that's reality. But me as a friend of Aljo and his teammate, I know him like since 2013 when I met him, and I know how he's hard worker and, you know, like dreamer, and just working for dreams. I know how it means to him. I don't think it means this much for me to win the fight UFC or win the title. How important was for Aljo, you know, how hard he was working, you know. I'm more casual, you know, like I still, you know, whatever. And so look, my friend, and how he was achieving his goal. I was so happy for him always. And then he was so, you know, like, and especially he was in this run and he was fighting Dillashaw, Henry Cejudo, beat Peter Yan, and then whatever, he was supposed to go up, and anyways. And if you ask me, I don't want to fight him, but if UFC, hey, put the contract, hey, Aljo, Merab, you guys have to fight each other. Maybe we talk, you know, but we never talk because it wasn't like, I was so happy for him. I was saying, hey, I don't want to fight with him, you know, and because like he's helping me, I'm helping him, and then we say, oh, we're gonna fight. Like it's gonna be so awkward.
But the thing was, it was genuine.
Yeah,
like these two you could see how happy he was when Aljo won. You could see how happy Aljo was when he won, and it was genuine, bro. And like I just think that people miss out on relationships more than they love the chaos. That was that's a true relationship that these guys have. True friendship, training partners that elevate one another, that push one another, but there's a trust level there, you know, and I'm glad that fight never transpired because it just would never felt right. You know?
Yeah, even I say like, so what happened was how it's everything, like, so I was fighting Josie Aldo, and Aljo already has fight booked against I believe Henry Cejudo or somebody, maybe TJ Dillashaw, I don't remember. But and then people asking me, oh, if you win this, are you fighting Aljo? But I have to fight against Josie Aldo, and I have to win first. Who knows?
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, who knows? You know, every fight.
Right, legend.
Because it doesn't matter who you're fighting. You never know that you're gonna win or lose. You know, if I know I'm gonna win the next one or my last 11, if I know that I was gonna win, I will sell my house. Hey Eric, please, this money I'm gonna win because I can bet. So, or I will give you money and say bet because I don't know even I'm gonna lose or win. You know, you never know. You fighting, you just do your best. And so and then I said, okay, ask me this question. Don't ask me this question. Like and then in press conference or like in media day, I was like, oh, I have to win first, and Aljo already has a fight. And then when Joe Rogan asked me again, I just win. And then Joe Rogan asked me, and Aljo is there. Hey, are you gonna fight Aljo? I'm like, I started talking like long. I said, Aljo, help me. We are friends. And I said, please don't ask me this question anymore. And that's what they started talking shit.
How would you handle a situation if you were to become the #1 contender, which is probably going to happen if you continue your streak?
This amazing guy, Swanee man, my brother Aljamain Sterling, he is the reason why I'm stepping here. He's beating me every day. That's why I'm strong and I'm tough, you know? Please don't ask me anymore this question. We're not fighting each other. We are brothers, okay?
Bro, you're low-key one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met, though. Dude. Fucking hilarious. Dude, when you put on Sean O'Malley's jacket, just behind the scenes, and you're I'm watching that live, right? Just dying, bro. That shit was awesome.
Where did the idea for the skits come from? Like, have you always had this side of your personality? Like, have you always been funny, like a funny guy, or because the skits, bro? Oh my god!
Yeah,
You're so funny.
Fought out.
Yes.
Yeah, I
like,
like
getting a Sean O'Malley look-alike, like this twin. Like,
yeah, the one dude, what's his name? He does look like Sean O'Malley when he had him all dressed up.
Yeah. So I always like positive, positive energy, and even I look always positive, like I said, I smile and I look positive. I like to bring good positive energy, and then we not like. We are very open-minded, and I'm okay to make fun of myself. And
Yeah,
when somebody
you're good at that,
yeah,
bro.
exactly. And when somebody make fun of me, I'm good. Even like I'm not mad. Like even some people make. I mean, if not disrespect, I'm. I can take a joke.
But you're so great at that, but you're a protector. On the other side of that.
Right.
So if somebody came in and made fun of Aljo. You protect,
for sure.
You know what I mean, or you protect the people that are around you. I've seen it,
Yeah.
right? Like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
What's this story?
Yeah. Oh, it's a big story.
We
I
can't
don't know.
incriminate.
Yeah, we can't. But I got somebody's back, and Eric got my back, and then like we. Yeah,
That was funny.
Thank you.
My brother. My brother. Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just say that there was somebody that was being rude to Pedro Munoz's family. And he stepped up and protected Pedro Munoz's family, and I protected. I have to protect him, but we caught the assailant.
So
I caught the assailant. He protected.
So maybe I would say the motherfucker was trying to disrespect and bully to us like professional fighters, and the professional people, coach or whatever, and then we bullying him back. That's maybe keep it like this, right? Yeah.
Keep it to that.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
bully.
allowed to say whatever.
Yeah,
but
you bullied the bully.
Bullied the bully.
So that's all I like, like when I show up this jiu-jitsu event and everybody, hey, Merab, and one guy screaming from the back, Merab, show me your teddy. Oh, like
you gotta go up
I
there.
hit this, but okay, I look some idiot, I said, okay, come say in my face. Oh, he's laughing and hey, show this your daddy. Yeah. I'm like, shut up, bitch, and then he's not stopping. I said, come here. If not, I will come there. He's keep going, keep laughing from the far, and then.
It's justice.
Yeah,
it's justice to the Twitter fingers and the people that. But he stepped in and handled stepped in for Pedro Munoz's family.
Yeah,
and then these two guys were being assholes, both of them drunk, in the hotel that should have been in the hotel. They go running away, and I caught one, and then I had the guy in the back. Right, he ran through like a conference room, catch him in the back. And he's back there, me and him and a guy that was security guard. And I looked at the security guard. I'm like, let's break his arms.
That's perfect.
I was fucking around. Yeah. And then the security guard was like, we can't do that. And I'm like, sure we can. No one will ever know. And then the dude just starts crying. He's like, no, break my arms. I was like, no. Let's break your fucking arms, dude. We'll snap his arms.
That's a good way to teach, Eric. That's what you come and you disrespect guys. We working hard every day.
The moment for me was seeing the daughter. Yeah. It was Pedro Munoz's wife and then the daughter that were all there to support him. Yeah. He did nothing wrong. It was after weigh-ins or the press conference
or something.
But looking at the little girl, the daughter was shook, and then the dad instincts kicked in with me. I'm like, oh, this dude's gonna catch an ass whooping. You can't do that to anybody's family, not like that. Yeah. And I get it. You're trying to be funny. You're trying to get a rise out of somebody. But in that moment, you picked the wrong fucking crowd.
Yeah. That is something you I'm sure most fighters probably have had those instances, but they keep them tucked away. But you don't tolerate the disrespect. Very publicly a number of times have jumped in the crowd, have smacked someone, pushed someone. I don't know why people are so comfortable.
Mini Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
I like that. But so we are professional fighters, a professional coach, and we don't have nothing to prove, bro. We doing nobody doing us. We are fighters. We are fighting TV. we are doing real job, and we don't have nothing to prove. Of course, and I don't want to fight in the street. I don't want to fight these stupid people. But when I see they disrespect professional fighter or somebody's family or something like this, they have to learn. Like you teach them, you teach this guy, like, you know, you cannot do this. You know, somebody today, everybody like feels like they talking shit online and they think they can say in your face, but it's not life. You know, it should not be anything free like this. You know,
Right.
So that's why I wanna just give them lesson. You know, like, you know, to don't do anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of, you know, disrespect, like obviously there's a lot of heat there between you and Umar coming up for this fight. What's the difference between what Umar has done versus someone like Sean O'Malley, who's like always chirping and yapping and stuff? What's the difference in the disrespect?
So first, Sean, I mean, he was actually quiet and never respond. And even I was making funny skits and stuff like this. He was champion, and I like nothing personal, nothing disrespect. Like I was just like just promote the fight.
You have to. Right? You have to.
Right.
Doing your job.
Right. Promote fight in a respectful way. Funny way, but like nothing disrespect or something like that. But so Umar, I was always very respectful to him, you know, and I know him every time we met. We have a good. So we have immense respect, you know, and then I used to respect, and I had so much love for him. And when you know somebody and somebody disrespect you, like not promote fight or just call the fight, he just called me so many bad words on Twitter. You guys can go Google, like because of it was so many, and then also it's because of my English. I cannot exactly tell you, but that is the facts that he was disrespect me. And so when I met him in person, so I was doing interview, and I just from nowhere he show up, and then of course like it doesn't matter where I was supposed to see. I was so mad at him, and I wanted to tell him to why you disrespect me. You know, I to be honest, I just wanted to fight him. You know, but. And then it was camera and security. It was UFC area, and then I know I don't wanna like any problem for UFC, and they don't like that they have security and people has job, and I don't wanna cause any issue. So, and I don't wanna just jump and straight slap and something like that. And I was respectful for everybody, but I cannot just not. You know, I was just. Straight, and I asked him to why you disrespect me. He said, because I want. What are you gonna do about it? And then I was so mad, and then I said whatever, and it was some talk between us. And in press conference, he say, I never disrespect you. So he just changed in like 30 minutes. In online, before he did make one tweet that he was apologizing me. So like, that's what I'm like, but now as a man, I lost. He lost the respect for me, and now I'm just like, I don't wanna, like, so I wanna this. I don't wanna make any.
Make it personal.
Yeah, and before the fight, I don't wanna just. We will talk or we will pick, so we will handle this after the fight. But like before the fight, I don't wanna like fight him or cause any issue or anything. Like imagine like if we fight now, maybe he gets injured.
You want to focus on the fight.
Yeah, so like
not be.
Yeah, like now this fight is big, and I respect that now at UFC, and then this is for happening for. We're gonna fight in the cage professional, but we're gonna talk. I have to talk after the fight,
Yeah.
Like so that's
great card. What are we looking? January 18th, right?
Yeah.
So little
a few
2.5
weeks
3 weeks,
away.
3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Right. 3 working weeks. How's camp going?
Good, just training every day.
Good.
Yeah, and so today is Sunday, but still going mountains, run.
Good, bro.
Yeah.
Championship mindset.
Do you corner anybody January 18?
Johnny Walker.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice.
I'll be out there with Johnny Walker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But it's crazy.
Who's he fighting?
Bogdan. So Bogdan actually came out and trained with us 2 fights ago. But Johnny hit me up. He doesn't have any bodies in Ireland. Kavanaugh hit us up and asked if he can come out and train, and we hit it off really well. He's Johnny Walker, man. He's an exciting fighter, exciting guy to watch. Bogdan's on his way up too, man. So this is a really good fight at 205.
They're both good fighter. But for me, what's surprised. I mean, not surprised, but the Johnny Walker's brother training with this
Yeah,
guy.
Bogdan.
They're
Oh,
best
really?
friends,
Dude, they're
bro.
best friends.
Bro,
yeah,
they're
Wagner.
training-
So
yeah,
Johnny had
that's
told
cool.
me, and
His name
Bogdan
Vidal,
wrote
right?
me too, and he's like, Johnny's like, dude, I was in his wedding. So these guys are very close. They're very good friends. And it's unfortunate, it's just part of the sport, like we talk about.
Yeah, UFC, UFC.
Yeah, they see that. They want to make a little
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker's brother and his opponent are like,
Best friends.
Best friends.
So they both came out to Vegas and trained when Bogdan fought Ryan Spann, and then Wagner fought who's the guy he heel hooked, Tafa. So they're both out here for the camp. So
Yeah. It's crazy. But, I was shocked.
It's a great card,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
It's a really good card. I'm excited for it. Who are you using training partners? Just out of curiosity.
So there is one Chechnyan guy. He trainings with me now. His name is Hussein, and he's a wrestler and he's good. And then there is other also Chechnyan guy. He's also good. He can switch because Umar is Salfo, and then it's very hard to find the Salfo who can wrestle, who can kick, and who can like mimicate like Umar. But and then this guy, and then Aljo, like last Thursday, Aljo sparring with me, and I have like.
There's got to be a lot of politics too with training partners, I bet, because you train with Pachi, but he's an all-E guy.
Yeah.
You train with this guy's, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So there's got to be a lot of that in between.
Pachi can be good because Pachi is Salfo,
Right.
and also he has a good jiu-jitsu, but I don't even ask Pachi,
It puts him in a bad spot.
Right,
Yeah.
So,
You know what would be a good guy is Kai Kamaka, just with his switch stances and everything that Kai does. He does very, very good out of both stances. He'd be a good guy for you.
Umar switches a lot, yeah? Or not?
Yeah, he's very good out of both,
Yeah.
Umar.
Yeah.
But he's
So is Kai. But a lot of the same principles, like the one that where Umar knocked out, who's the Brazilian guy with the overeem. He hit him with the back knee, step forward, right hook.
Barcelos?
Barcelos. Yeah.
Rayoni Barcelos.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Ronnie Barcelos. Real quick, I wanted to touch on your boy Illia.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ask if you were surprised he won. Obviously, it's your boy. Were you surprised the way he did it with Holloway specifically? Like, were you surprised at how that fight went at all?
No, Holloway, no. I was surprised Volkanovski.
Oh, really?
But I mean, yes, Volkanovski, yes. But after Volkanovski against Holloway, no, because how he was also believe himself, and he's really,
Yeah, man.
he's just really put a lot of work in and just keep doing same thing, whatever he's. I mean, and I also trained with Illia a couple times, and the guy's killer, man.
Oh, he's a killer.
He's so
Illia,
good.
I'm sorry that I picked Max in front of Ronaldo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Poor Ronaldo's taking heat from Ilya.
Bro,
that was
Ilya's-
my fault. I'm my bad, bro.
Illia went in on Cristiano. Bro.
And it was my. He was like, "Who do you got in the fight?" I was like, "I lean.
Yeah.
I lean towards Max.
Yeah.
And then, dude, the guy fucking.
He was like Messi forever. I was like, yo,
God damn,
Illia,
my bad,
relax, bro, relax.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Man, and then it's crazy like how Max Holloway, like how you go against Max Holloway, but like your point, of course Max Holloway is a king, but Illia is different.
Man,
for
he
sure.
is.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, man. And there's a lot of things that conceptually that I try to do, and even with Ige, and that I see Ilya do especially really well with that lead side shield. We call it a Lambo,
Yeah.
like bumping the hand, moving guys to the barrier. When we were breaking down the fight, when I was out in UAE, we were out in UAE for the Abu Dhabi fight. I felt bad because I'm doing an interview, and Volkanovski was one of the guests, and I was like, man, when guys get knocked out by Ilya, look where they're at, location, geography to the cage, and I was like, they're always on that post,
Yeah.
right? Ilya fights almost two different fights, one in the middle, and then when he moves you over to the barrier, that's when he starts unleashing on guys, but he gets you trapped. And you just see Volkanovski like kind of look up, he's like, oh yeah, that's where I got fucking knocked out.
Yeah. He does, man. Once you're behind that black line,
It's a whole
on the
different
barrier
game
with
plan.
him, it's like,
Shoo.
yeah, it's like shark. It's like a shark.
All
Like, you
containment
just can't get
punches,
out.
and he's trying to take your fucking head off.
yeah,
Man.
he's a beast, man.
Yeah, so what Ilya does is, I mean, I sparring with him, And then he always put me against the wall, and it's just coming,
Yeah.
and then coming, and then doesn't make sense. You should. He does big sprawl. No way, like you can take him down. He has good wrestling also, good
Right.
wrestling defense, and then even good jiu-jitsu, and then he just keep coming and throwing big punches and like crazy. And,
Yeah.
My favorite Illia fight has to be the Ryan Hall fight, and here's why. Joe Rogan glazing Ryan Hall the whole time. Oh, it's a bad spot for Illia. And I'm like, wait a second, dude. This is not a bad spot for
And he
Illia.
just goes like boom, and
And it just knocks him out cold. That was his coming out party.
Yeah.
Like here, he knocked out Damon Jackson very well, but that was like the center stage one where he's like, dude, watch this.
Yeah.
Here we go, boys.
He's a
So, Ilya has a brother, and then he's the main training partner. of
Yeah.
him. They
He's
kill
making his debut, I saw, in
yes,
Australia.
In Australia.
Alexander, right?
Yeah. And he's like good, like as Ilya, and then they kill each other. They has to be.
Yeah, right?
And then I remember after this fight, first nobody want to fight this guy named Ryan.
Ryan Hall.
Yeah, nobody want to fight him.
Ige did.
Wow. Okay,
Ige wanted to fight him and he pulled out twice.
Oh,
Yeah, Dan was like, I'll fight this dude.
wow.
Bought his jiu-jitsu DVD series.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Actually, before that, I want to just go and mention this. So Ilya, of course, Ilya is my friend and Georgian, and of course, me, my English is I can talk, but still reading, I have assistant who I tell, hey, I want to say this. I'm ready for fight January 18. Then she puts everything organized and send me text. I post this, and then so even today I don't. It's hard for me to read like stuff like this, and it's hard for me to. Read and now I passed the test. I can be citizen, but
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that's
it.
awesome.
But anyway, so whatever Ilya posting or whatever any social media, I like everything.
Yeah.
And then I guess Ilya was talking shit about Ige.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
And
this.
then I'm like, whatever. I don't really read it. The boom,
Yeah.
of course. And then I guess he was talking shit, and the Eric asked me, "Did you read what he said?" I'm like. And I read that. I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry. I will never
the blind
sorry.
lights.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, Ram.
Imagine if Umar when he was talking shit about me, and then if you like it,
Yeah, you see, yeah. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. We gotta be so. When your friends post something, it just sometimes now after this, actually even Instagram, even if I see
Read
picture,
Yeah.
I read a caption under because what they say, because then when I say sometimes I was surprised. Oh, okay, I'm not like
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah,
though.
you just blind like and
liking
scroll.
it, whatever. But yeah, that was funny. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Speaking of sparring, real quick, I heard this story the other day about you sparred Kevin James, the actor, by
Yeah.
mistake or by accident.
Yeah, that was funny.
What happened? How'd that story go? Did you know who he was at first?
No, so okay, like I said, so in Longos we were training nighttime, right? And so that moment, that was 2018. I fought my second fight in UFC, and I got bonus. And I lost, but I got bonus 50,000.
But you're rich now.
Yeah, I'm rich. And I'm like, no more work. Who cares about work? And I stopped working. It's another story. 6 months, and I was broke after. But but so anyway, that time I'm not working. I'm home, but there is no morning trainings in our. And then it's the summertime, and Chris Weidman texting and make a group, and he said, "Hey guys, let's training morning our pro groups, and so let's say 11 Longos, and then I go morning, and so it was maybe we was like 8 or some guys like Alaya Quinta, Aljamain Sterling, James Gonzalez, DeFranco, and Chris Weidman, Drago, and then there is some little bit fat guy, but we all pros. And then I see this guy, and then I'm like in my head, I'm like this guy either former fighter, but he looks like old. I don't know if this age he was MMA, but maybe he's maybe wrestler.
Right.
He's wrestler guy, and then he trained with us because he only invite us only pro guys. And then anyway, so we warm up good, did some training, but now we have a gloves, shin guards, and we're gonna sparring, and everybody grab the training partner, and I get when you less and then you get this guy. So and then I got this guy, the Kevin James. Yeah, Kevin James. He looks familiar, but I had no idea. Like a little bit familiar. Maybe I see him in gym. I don't know. Maybe I see him gym one time. Because I met so many people and whatever. I had no idea. And so anyway, we are in the cage sparring, and he kind of throwing heavy, hard, and like. I mean,
whoop his ass?
And then only when I try like something, and he's there. He's hitting heavy. He's trying. I see. He's trying to fight. Like not
he's
like
anxious probably too, though.
Yes, yeah. But he knows. Like
Yeah.
it's not like he's like very very beginner.
Right.
He's like acting, but he's like kind of has a hard pace.
Yeah.
And then I have to go hard, like move, like
you
jump
greenlit
around
Kevin
and
James.
chop the leg and punch and shoot, and I have to do my best because it's bigger than me and stronger than me, and then I was going hard and hopefully make him tired and like break him and stuff like this, and I really go hard. I remember, and then after like I don't know what Kevin James tell Chris Weidman, but Chris Weidman started laughing. Merab, you don't know who is this? I said no, I had no idea.
No clue.
No clue. And then, he's a famous actor. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, sign the waiver, motherfucker. You're in here.
He's actually look like you, exactly. Yeah. So like that. That's why when I see him, he was like he's like this, strong like this, and I'm like, he has to be wrestler or somebody.
Right.
I don't know.
Was he filming for the movie? Like getting ready for that movie, I bet?
Maybe he was in Long Island a couple months. I guess that's where he hit. And he was
doing that MMA movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
baby,
was doing
yeah.
that
But I think
MMA
that was
movie.
like before. He said 2018, so I think that was before that.
Well, he came to Vegas and trained with Randy a bunch too. Kevin James
Really?
was out in Vegas doing
Yeah.
because he was getting ready for that movie.
That's a
you know?
hilarious story. You
Yeah,
beat the
dude,
shit
that
out
is-
of Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, King of Queens, baby. That's awesome.
man.
Well, yeah, because like I don't know, like when I was kid, I used to watch movies and everything, but even what's it called,
didn't remember.
all the stars. But now, actually, once I came US, I don't watch TV. I don't follow this. I don't watch any other sport.
Yeah.
Right.
And all I care is MMA, and that's
it.
it, man.
That's it.
All right, we'll get you out of here on this. Give me some grace here because I had to Google these Georgian food dishes. So I'm gonna try to pronounce them correctly. Okay. But we're gonna do like a this or that. Okay. You're gonna tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll start with, is it khachapuri or Algerian khachapuri?
Yes, that is. I would say just hachapuri.
Khachapuri. Okay. Hachapuri or burano?
Hachapuri.
Hachapuri. Hachapuri or ajika?
Hachapuri.
I'm butchering these names, huh? I'm sorry. They're
No,
bad.
it's okay.
Hachapuri or chakapuli?
Chakapuri.
Chakapuli, okay.
Yeah.
Chakapuli or baza?
By Chakapuri.
Chakapuli. Chakapuli or kinkali?
Hinkali.
Hinkali. Hinkali or kabdari?
Kubdari. Hinkali.
Hinkali. Hinkali or lobiani?
Hinkali.
Or hinkali or lobio?
Lobio. Actually, I miss, but yeah, Lobio. Is good.
Lobio. That's
You
all I
never
got.
Now I'm hungry.
I know.
Yeah, wow.
Bro, I was Googling these last night. Like, these look really good. All
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
dishes.
You never eat Georgian food before?
No, but I mean, Roman has offered like many times to come out to Georgia, and it's something like we travel so damn much now. I would like to make that a pit stop. I think it's important, man. Like especially as a coach, to kind of see where your fighters are from. And, you know, I want to go to Cameroon so bad. I want to see where Francis is from. I want to see where, you know, Roman is from, and like Manel from Portugal. Like, go to these places and see these, you know, beautiful countries.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to take in.
Especially, I want to eat. I want to eat.
Yeah, you gotta try.
So you eat good, right? You don't not diet or something.
Hell no. You know,
you burn so many calories, man.
Fucking
Actually,
always eating.
one thing like, you know, I mean, even 20 years later, I will finish MMA career, but I don't want to be coach, man. Respect. I give you so much respect,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Because, like, you take your time from your family and you travel with fighters, go to camp or fight in different states, and it's fun when you're coaching, but weight cut, you gotta go get there Tuesday and wait oh man, no,
it's tough, man. I miss my daughter's birthday. You know what I mean? I missed the dance recitals last week. I miss, you know, you miss a lot of those things, but it's different when the fighter respects that and they understand that they take care of you, but they also respect your time. That's always important. You know, that was the one thing that I got to say, like, I noticed with you right away when you and Aljo started training at the gym, how much you guys cared about the facility, cared about the people giving you your time. Like, I never had to ask, never once. Training session was over. These guys grabbed the mop and bucket, were cleaning the mats and doing everything because they were taking care of the facility the way it was as if there was their own home. Right. And I remember texting Longo saying, like, dude, like, you've raised some good guys. Like, these guys are squared away, and, you know, having these guys in the gym has always been a pleasure. You know, he trains over at Syndicate, but he cross trains every once in a while. He's trained with us for a bunch as well. But I'm glad you found a good home, and you're world champion now, bro.
That's right.
Thank you, man. Life is good, and Vegas is capital of city, man.
Yeah.
And all the good people, good energy, you know, like, and all the either great coaches or training partners or just people, and just vibe here, and so how easy is everything, and drive even short, like everything 15 minutes, 30 minutes maximum drive, you know.
Everywhere.
We're trying to keep it a secret from all the California and New York.
Yeah, don't tell them. Don't tell anybody. Moving out here.
Yeah.
Stop moving to Vegas. It sucks here.
But Eric, I appreciate you, man. Glad.
Pleasure, brother. Proud of you, my man. Proud of you, brother.
Thank you so much for everything, and all the best.
Yeah,
and,
you too.
Once again, I respect you, your work and your job, and yeah. So like, the thing is also, like, in TV or in, like, they saw our they saw, you know, they see me, but they don't see the behind the coach work and what takes, and who really helps you, who really support you mentally or physically, or hold your pets, or tell you one advice, or motivates you. You know, it's very important, because fighter. Well, you're a fighter, you're ready, but one word can make you calm, relax, or make you motivated. You need all that, you know. It's very important.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Congratulations on winning, obviously, and good luck in January against Umar. I know it's going to be a good fight.
Let's go, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go to 12 in a row, and still.
Yeah, God willing. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, that does it for another episode of Verse Us with Eric Nixick. Please make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, and comment below on questions that you want to see answered, or any guests you'd like for us to have on. Also, make sure you download and listen on any platforms you get your audio podcasts: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, all of them. And make sure you follow the show on social media at VSUS Pod. For Eric and Merab, I'm Randy. We'll see you guys next time.
Let's go.
Merry Christmas.